A word to the wise, we are an explicit podcast tackling content with adult themes as well as entering spoiler territory if you aren't caught up with us. This week, that is Through the Lesser Devil and Empire of Silence by Christopher Rocchio. There may be some things that come up from that first book. Hey there, this is Cross.
And this is Josh.
And we are Words and Whiskey, a podcast for veteran and novice readers alike. We tackle fiction novels and love to talk about what we're drinking. You should think of us as your intoxicating weekly book club. I was seeing if I had it all memorized still, because it's been a second.
Killed it.
Yeah, not bad. Because I haven't had to memorize it, but now that we talk to cameras so often, I actually can't stare over without it being a little...
Oh, I just read it. Anybody who knows me in real life knows I suck at eye contact, so it's fine. It's more natural that way.
Today is our episode talking about The Lesser Devil, of course, by Christopher Rocchio, and we are joined by none other than Erin Ayres of Howler Pod, of whom is going to be our recurring novella co-host, which I'm very excited for.
Hey.
Hello, happy to be here.
Signed up for the short ones because it's easier, I see. All right. You're the person who brings the paper plates to the
Definitely paper. Don't do styrofoam. That's not environmentally friendly.
No, super happy to have you.
I don't know. I'll bring the beer. I mean, I'm not a cheapskate.
You're right. Yeah, you're like, I'll bring some. I'm not cooking anything, but I'll definitely bring
You
the
don't
stuff
want me
that
to
everybody actually
cook.
wants. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll bring the most important stuff.
Cool. So yeah, I mean, obviously super excited to have you. For people who don't know, do you want to give a little spiel just because Sun Eater's a new, different community?
Sure. I am a co-host of Howler Pod. We talk about the Red Rising saga by Pierce Brown. And that's it.
Sick.
Yep. My co-host Ben has been on Words and Whiskey quite a bit. So, but he hasn't read Sun Eater, so he's a loser.
It's very true.
Yeah.
You were a first guest on The First Law for the first book. You also were on our whole series on the Greenbone saga. So
yes,
yeah,
that was fun.
Yeah,
I just since Red Rising got mentioned, I'm wearing a Red Rising shirt. It's just ominous.
It's a good one.
It doesn't specifically say Red Rising or anything. I worked to the gym today, and the guy at the front checking counter got real close to me. And he was like, Hail Reaper. It's oh, hell yeah.
No way, an in-person Red Rising moment.
And it was just, it's a guy checking in at the gym. It was a big jacked dude, and I was like, I'm going to work out so hard today.
Nice.
I have to make
I will
you
be ready
proud.
for the Iron Rain.
He was in Obsidian.
Yeah. Oh, for sure, yeah. Oh, man.
I just went to the Dungeon Crawler Carl. It was actually Operation Bounce House book tour in Kansas City, which was sold out. And we were there with Kevin from Beer is the Mind Killer, and he's handing out his stickers that he makes, and he has Red Rising ones in there. And then everyone sitting around us is like, oh, he has Red Rising too. And I'm looking around
awesome.
Red Rising?
Red Rising fans? Red Rising? Yeah.
Anyone want to talk about Red Rising? I know a lot about it because Ben makes me.
Yeah, I have to be careful whenever a random person I don't personally know mentions Red Rising, because I'm like,
and it's not like everyone's chronically online. They might just read the book and that's it.
Yeah, there's part of me that's like, oh, I want to reel it back. You're gonna corner this person for 2 hours. They're gonna never.
They're like, oh yeah, I liked that book when I read it once.
Yeah, I'm like, so what are you guys' theories on?
Once.
What do you think's going to happen
out of Red
book?
God? Yeah.
Right. But we're here for
Red Rising. You're right. Let's switch topics.
We're here for Red Rising. No, we're here for Sun Eater. I will say I've only read through book 2.5, so I shouldn't be a spoiler issue. Well, I guess.
I mean, we're in the middle of Howling Dark technically
okay.
here, but we're not going to really talk about Hadrian too much outside of early Hadrian Delos time frame.
Outside of Empire of Silence.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Well, so far Howling Dark has been my favorite, but I haven't read the Demon in White yet, even though I thought I had.
Yeah, I for some reason I thought you had maybe started it, but yeah, I don't. A lot happens in that book too, so it's kind of one of those things where maybe you did start the first 40 pages or something like that.
You never know.
That's it. I want to give just a little summary here for people who don't know. From Amazon itself, which is, of course, filled out by Chris Verrocchio in this case. Can the youngest son of a noble house save his family from a plot generations in the making? Crispin Marlowe grew up in his brother's shadow, but Hadrian is gone, and his grandmother, the Duchess of Delos, is dying. Answering her summons, Crispin takes off on what should be a routine flight to the ducal palace from the castle at Devil's Rest, but he is flying into a trap. There are whispers of treachery among the Duchess's many daughters, rumors of hidden knives in the planet's court, if he can even make it there. With no one coming to save him and only his sister, Sabine, and a few injured guardsmen to protect him, House Marlowe's least famous son must make his heroic stand and contend not only the foes arrayed against his house, but with the cultists who dwell in the mountains above his family's ancestral home. Cool. So this is a fun story about Crispin, who was a character that I really liked in my first reading of the story, but wanted more from. Because I was like, well, he's gotta be more interesting than that, right? Like Hadrian's kind of just an asshole.
Did you like Crispin in Empire of Silence?
I did, but I don't know if you did, Josh.
I liked Crispin in like a buddy kind of a way, you know, like he's he's unlikable, but in a likable way, I guess. So I felt bad for him. I thought he just wanted a brother, and then Hadrian was all mopey and shitty. But you know,
mm-hmm.
I'm learning to like Hadrian, but I like Crispin more than Hadrian actually. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
In book one, I thought Crispin was very one tone, like he was the brute, dumb, right. Only shows physical strength, no smarts. And since that's what Verrocchio wanted me to think of him, that's what I did,
Yeah, definitely.
I was like, I don't know. I didn't feel bad for him when Hadrian beat the shit out of him.
Right. I read it very much so as like, that's Hadrian's take on his brother, like he's even this much longer in the future, like writing back about these stories, he's just like has this low opinion of his dumb, strong, big little brother, and that I think that also made me feel bad for Crispin. I'm like, oh, he's writing about you like this, like way late. You're probably not even around anymore, and he's still like making you seem like this whenever it seems like the things you're doing and things you're saying. Maybe you're just trying to like be friends with your brother. Maybe you're trying to bond a little, and he's just like, he's big and he's dumb and he's stupid and I don't like him. Like, okay.
And I was like, sweet, sounds good.
And you're like, yeah, sounds good. Sign me up.
Are you guys brothers? Cross, you're a brother.
Yeah. Oldest
Josh,
of 5.
are you a brother?
I'm a brother. Yeah.
Are you younger or older?
I'm the younger, bigger brother.
Oh, so that's what you. That's why you feel bad for him.
Yeah, exactly. I'm the dumb, bigger, younger brother, and he is the dark and brooding kind of an asshole, slightly alcoholic man. Actually,
really mirrors Adrian.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of alcohol, we didn't talk about what we're drinking.
We didn't. I totally forgot. Totally skipped it.
I poured a shot. I didn't know if we were doing.
Who's in charge of this podcast?
Yeah, great question. I poured a little shot too. You by no means have to take a shot. Cheers, Josh.
Cheers.
Cool.
It's Sunday.
That's a reasonable
Lord's
call.
Day, I have to do some editing work, freelance style, after this, and then I'm going to a show. So,
Oh, what show?
A friend of mine, like a local show, singer-songwriter. It's in a backyard somewhere. I don't know. But like, it's like a big thing. So I don't know what's going on. It's like
big backyard,
big fancy house party, and it's like $25 a person. So
yeah, you better
it's like
drink.
A thing. Like, okay.
Yeah, drink ahead of time for sure.
Yeah.
What are we drinking?
Rich person's house, just gone. Yeah, what are we drinking? Who wants to go first?
I'll go.
Yeah.
I'm drinking, it's kind of like a ginger mule. I did, I just forgot what the gin was called. It's like Mexican gin.
Ooh.
And ginger beer and some simple syrup.
Yeah, sounds good.
Perfect.
That's
Love a
it.
little mule.
What fun name are you giving it that is for the podcast?
Crispy Crispin.
The Crispy Crispin. I like it. I'm drinking it's I'll tell you what's in it, but it's just a paper plane. It's one part. Well, it's a paper plane, but I used blended Scotch instead of bourbon, so it's technically something new and different.
Ever so slightly.
Yeah, ever so slightly. Yeah. It's Scotch, lemon juice, Aperol, and Nonino Amaro aperitif. And
Ooh.
yeah, it tastes good. And I'm naming it Kyra's Flight Path because it's
Oh.
a flight.
Rest in peace. We'll talk about her in a second.
Wait, what?
I know. I was about to be like, is this a spoiler-free one? Yeah.
Absolutely not. We're talking about this whole book all at
Okay.
once.
Okay.
My cocktail I'm calling the Lesser Devil. I posted a nicer photo of it on Instagram, but it's really effectively like a modified sour for the most part, slightly. 1.5 ounces of gin, 1/4 ounce of green chartreuse, 3/4 ounces of lavender and pink peppercorn infused simple syrup, which was the most work that I did for this by far. And then
Nice.
yeah, so pink peppercorns ground up into the simple syrup and then strained out.
You did
and then
that?
also lavender. Yeah, I did it. I didn't make the lavender syrup. I'll say that.
Oh,
but,
okay.
just because
You
I
go
already
pick
had lavender.
lavender.
Yeah,
Crush
he
it
Some
up.
people
picked
do
the
that, but
lavender. He
You boil it.
He distilled the
I distilled the gin myself.
yeah,
No.
from juniper berries he grew.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah, me neither. I'd be like,
I
"You
do
extra
some
bitch."
crazy shit. Speaking of the crazy shit that I did in this one is I did take an egg white and dye it red to give it the red color
With food
for the
coloring?
shower. Yeah, just a little bit of it.
Are you worried about your mouth turning red? Teeth?
I have nothing else going on today, so
Vampire mouth.
for me, no problem.
You know, I
Um,
think I would not be surprised if the show I'm going to has hot clowns there. So maybe I should like dye my mouth red. I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna,
Did you say hot clowns?
yeah, you know,
As
Hot
in
clowns?
sexy?
yeah, like some sexy clowns.
to dye your mouth red for. Excellent.
Nice.
Um,
I've never seen a sexy clown.
dude, you got to hang out in SoCal. It's crazy down here. I
So many
also
hot
have a
ones.
beer. It's
Good to have a
since I
backup
didn't
beer.
get to go to the Russian River takeover. I got myself a little Pliny. So
Oh, nice.
yeah,
That's cool. I got back from my birthday last week and had a bunch of great beer, and I drank it all with my girlfriend. So I don't have it anymore.
yeah.
So instead, I have from Drecker Brewing, which is in North Dakota. It's called Bit by the Party Animal. And it does feature a red-tongued, devilish-looking figure, which is why I chose it.
Hey, all right.
Hell yeah.
I should have gotten Pliny the Younger, but you know that's real hard to get because Crispin's
Yeah.
younger. But I didn't get to go to the Russian River takeover.
We know that Hadrian's the better character anyway. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
The more fully formed.
The better character is Saltus, and I'll die on that hill. But
The little imp guy.
I'm never gonna get over Saltus. Bring him back. Book 7. Hear me out.
and Erin's like, "Who is that?" Because yes, that's precisely the response you should have.
Yeah.
Wait, is he he's the guy with the funny voice in the audiobook? The
He
little
does have
tiny
a
guy?
little funny voice.
Yeah.
He's a little guy. He's got
In the first book.
big old monkey arms, and he works.
Yeah.
On yeah. That's my
Yeah.
guy.
Samuel Rukin does a good little
Little
There's a
freak.
little voice there.
little
yeah.
weird voice.
Yeah, he's got little cool little guys. Speaking about Samuel Rukin and the publishing of this book is completely self-published. So Christopher sold the rights to the main series to Daw, but then like retained all the other rights for all the stuff that he wanted in the series. And so to supplement the income that he was getting from the books and taking their time and sort of the process, he self-published the sort of novellas and the short stories that we'll be reading over the course of the series. So they're all individually edited. They had different covers over time that he's like changed out and things like that. They've been re-edited a couple of times in different ways, but kind of a fun little publishing journey on that
Yeah,
front.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
And there's how many novellas?
Three novellas. Yeah.
Okay, I've read 2 so far.
Yep. Yeah.
I was just figuring out how many I needed to read.
yeah. Just 3. And
The other one's after book 5.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's worth pointing out that one is a book, and we'll probably do it in 2 episodes because of that. Like, it is so much. Not that
Okay,
we won't
cool.
we won't worry about spoilers for like the front and back half or anything like that. But we'll just split it into 2 intentionally because it's a lot.
Cool.
It's a lot to talk about. That said, yeah, this book is fun. We go to third person as one of the biggest changes of the story naturally versus first, and we get some more like honest truth out of it too, like versus Hadrian's very jaded perspective.
As someone who like most of what I read is third person, I prefer it. Like, it immediately made me like dive in easier on this one. So I don't know. Crispin's back to winning. I like Crispin because he's in third person, and I just like that.
That's not Hadrian's fault.
It is. He's
It's
the one
not his
writing
fault
the
he
story.
wrote his own
He
story.
completely chose. He could have written it in third person.
This one too, I felt like it's quicker. Obviously, it's shorter, but there's much less expositioning. Like Hadrian cannot just say something. Like it takes 14 pages.
Him melodramatic? No.
And just he likes to. I mean, expositioning is the only word, or like waxing poetic. I don't know what you would call it.
Yeah, like he's the Miyagi. He waxes on so much poetic,
Right. So this is like the story's quicker and maybe a little easier to follow because it's not as poetic.
Yeah, it's like kind of a perfect like early thousands schlocky action movie, like just standalone right there. Yeah, I could see this being one of those movies that plays too much on Sci-Fi Channel. You know?
It's like Aliens versus Cowboys, or Cowboys versus Aliens, or whatever
Cowboys
it was.
versus Aliens.
Like
Just something
old,
like
or
where
like
you're
some
is it-
like yeah.
And it's
like a
kind
bad
of a
Predator
complete
movie.
story.
Yeah, exactly. Or and
I know
love
you
that
can't
about it.
answer this, but I wonder if Crispin ever comes back in the later books. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. I don't know. I haven't seen him yet.
Me neither.
I'm confused by Say it again.
Me neither.
Confidently. I can't read it. I'll talk about it whenever we jump in, or you know what?
You can just
Fuck
talk about it. This is just
yeah.
a chat. There's no order here.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I was confused by some timeline stuff in this.
Sure.
Because he says, Hadrian beat him up 30 years ago, and then it was another decade before the Empire approved Sabine, and then she's a woman grown now of 30 standard, and I was like, but that would be 40 years since, that's all.
Yeah, I think that there's some timeline cleanup that was done in additional passes, but the audiobook isn't updated versus the physical text.
Gotcha.
Because there were a couple of minor mistakes that were caught, but the audiobook was done on the first pass.
Okay.
So yeah, that I believe is one of the few corrections that was made.
I was like, do I need to be knowing about different year lengths? Really? I mean, I know that is a thing with like planets and stuff. But,
no,
And like being on the ice.
Yeah, if you're going to be talking about like years on Delos or something, then stick to that. Don't switch between that and standard and confuse me. But good to know it might just be timeline.
I think it's just a timeline inconsistency that was in, again, sort of like the initial publication, this kind of being the first project that he did outside of like the regular series and editing, which just had a little bit different, internal scrutiny versus having like a full blown editor staff in the same way that he would with a normal book.
Okay. Cool.
Versus like just a couple of editors on this. But yeah, I think that it's really interesting to that point that like Hadrian is still on ice for the most part, or like just out of ice when the story is happening.
Or maybe, living on the streets.
Yeah, Hadrian might be trying to steal fish from a weird alien warehouse
with tentacles.
Right now.
Yeah.
Tentacles.
The tentacle
Probably not
aliens.
even that. He's probably talking to Crow right now. He's going to come back, right?
For sure. Definitely.
Okay, cool.
All of these characters that you like are definitely coming back.
They're definitely coming back.
They're definitely in the next book, right, Erin?
Yep. I definitely remember everyone you're talking about.
Please.
I didn't know you liked small side characters so much.
It's all
I'm
the
more
ones
of a main character person.
It's all the ones that Rukin does the best voices on, and I'm a sucker for just a well voiced character. But also, you can't have like a weird like spacer and a cool jacket at a cafe. Notice you steal something, be like, "Hey kid, here's some advice," and then just have him never show back up. Like it's like they met Han Solo and they were like, actually, let's take the train. So
well, he goes into the fighting pits and that guy's never there, so
yeah, that's true.
I think he's gone.
I don't think
We've left the planet.
But so did he. He's a spacer. Anything's possible out there.
I don't know.
Big universe out there, buddy.
I think if he did come back, no one would remember
No
who it
one
was.
would know. Yeah.
They'd have to be like, oh yeah, remember this guy from the cafe? Be like, maybe.
Rocky would be like, I'm putting this here for that one guy, Josh. You know?
Yeah.
Just in book 7, some guy named Crow's gonna exclaim as the sun explodes, and then
it's gonna go, oh,
I know that guy. You know?
Yep.
for sure.
Yeah. We should talk about this book.
True. Yeah. So there's Sabine, though, that you mentioned as well, the sister, which adds an interesting wrinkle into the story between Alistair, Crispin, Sabine, and the distant Hadrian.
Yeah.
Hadrian doesn't know about Sabine.
No.
No. I refer to Sabine as New Hadrian. But
Well, she's kind of like Hadrian, except more confident.
yeah, she sucks less for sure.
In just
Such
about
a
every way.
Hadrian hater.
Yeah.
I am. I don't know why. Every time I'm reading, I'm like, yeah, I like the story. I like this character. And the second I get on the podcast, I just want to talk shit on Hadrian.
Nice.
But
Well,
no, she's
I
like.
thought
No,
Crispin in this book, like the first book, like I said, he seemed very one-dimensional. So to me, this seemed like a completely different character, which was fine because, you know, we're all changed from when we were children.
Mhm.
So he's clearly grown up a lot, changed a lot, had a lot of maybe internal growth, or maybe it's just because we didn't see any of his thoughts before, but he seemed to go from like, you know, me want to fight brute, like Colosseum guy, to like someone who maybe doesn't want to fight, wants to, you know, live a more normal life. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely. And again, like I wonder how much of that is just like in Empire of Silence, Hadrian's view of him slipping through, but also it's cool to see like that he has grown into a more solid, rounded person. It's
And
interesting.
he's like
too.
40 now, right? How old is he in this book?
50, I think. Yeah.
He's like just
Well,
shy of 50, I think. I think he's
Yeah,
like late 40s.
in the audio book, he's around 50. I don't know. If that's one of the challenges. But I do think it's interesting though. Like whenever he goes and like teases Sabine, kind of in the beginning, he's like, "Oh, maybe they found you some husband that you're gonna get married off to," trying to get like a response out of her. That's so like similar to the kind of like egging on that he did to Hadrian, but Hadrian would respond negatively to it, which is what he was going for. And Sabine's like, "Oh yeah, you think so? Hell yeah." He's like, "Oh, okay, well."
Yeah, she didn't take the bait.
Yeah.
She's much more level-headed, I think so.
Yeah, much more. I mean, like, part of this conversation of the story is like who's going to inherit Devil's Rest to some degree, right? Like, there's a reason Sabine was created, and that was to have two different kids for the different reasons of like Alistair. And obviously that's not a question that's answered here immediately, you know, in terms of who's going to inherit. But if Alistair trusted Crispin enough to do it, you would think that maybe he wouldn't have put in the request for Sabine.
Is Alistair Daddy Marlowe?
Yeah, Daddy Marlowe.
Daddy Marlowe.
Yeah.
Tight.
Yeah, scary daddy.
And also, you want to have two kids in case one fucks up or defects or dies.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you need the insurance.
Oh yeah, insurance kid. It does feel like it's still weird to have Crispin being the one to inherit Devil's Rest, because Crispin himself like talks about how Sabine would be better at that, and Crispin is the only like Chantry devotee in the family. They really should have sent Crispin to be in the Chantry and then given Hadrian Devil's Rest. None of this would have happened. And now it's like, okay, you should really have Sabine inherit Devil's Rest. And you could still probably, if you made the deal once, you could still probably just send Crispin to the Chantry. He'd love to slice and dice, you know, like it's fine. I mean, I don't think he would now that he's grown up, but like he would be like, oh, I'm doing good things here, at least long enough for them to brainwash him into doing it more, you know? So
yeah, he absolutely is like naturally built to be a torturer versus his brother in a lot of ways. Like he would listen, you know, he would do as he's told in a lot of ways. And that makes him a more compelling character in that way. He does talk about the religion, though. We get like a little bit of the like the 12, I think, of the different, like the mother and things like that are kind of brought to the fore. Not super crazy, but it is used as kind of a comparison point to the Museum Catholics that we're introduced to after the ship gets shot down as well.
Mm-hmm.
Which
yeah, I was surprised at how, like, as someone who grew up super Christian in Christian school and in church, this book had like way too much Catholic Christian like history almost. It was like very much like the Jesus story. It was a little preachy at times, like too long of sections based on pure Christianity. I was just like, where's this going?
No, it's interesting because I also grew up super religious, very church involved, and am not anymore. But like it was really interesting at first. I'm like, oh my god, these cultists, and it's like, oh, they're Catholics. That's funny. That's like this weird, scary.
And it's funny they have the Catholics being the ones who are like oppressed.
Yeah,
instead of reality. It's the opposite
exactly
of throughout history.
But with that, like I was, like you were saying, surprised, not necessarily in like a negative way, but very surprised with like how this book series has had this kind of like scathing review of religion and how it's used to control people, how kind and like warm towards Catholicism it was in this moment. And I actually really liked that. I was like, that's an interesting take that wouldn't have been like where I expected it to go. But also I love the line where he's like, what are Baptists? And he's like, heretics.
Well, and they use these Catholics as, or the, I don't know, would you call them the natives?
The museum Catholics.
Yeah, museum is the term.
And how they use their almost more true, Jesus-like nature of giving and sacrifice to like change Crispin's view of peasants.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And, it was just really heavy in the story. Like there's a lot of religion.
Definitely.
And like religion versus religion, like chantry versus.
Yeah. I love the section where he's like, every single piece of your religion is borrowed, and he like lists all of the different sections of the chantry religion and how it borrowed from different old earth things. And I was like, that's fun. Also, sorry to tell you,
right,
a little on yours is too.
Yours was borrowed from even before, but it's been too long.
Right.
So, but still, yeah, it was interesting. It was interesting to see. It was done differently than what I would have expected based on like views of religion so far in the story, but I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think it's interesting just from the lens of like the sort of the historical lens, and then also just kind of poking fun at it from the outside of like, and this guy died for us, and like that happened, and like kind of just all of the like the way that Crispin kind of approaches it as this sort of like ridiculous notion when it's what he believes is equally as ridiculous, right?
Exactly,
so like that's kind of the fun. I think that it kind of pokes at it in a fun way, regardless from like either side of things, which is kind of a
exact. And there's like that fun line where he's like, he who takes up the sword dies by the sword. Crispin's like, did he take up the sword? And he's like, no. And he's like, well, okay. So that's cool.
Died anyway.
Yeah, he died by the sword. Still, little spear, but whatever.
Yeah, spear in the side or what have you.
Yeah, no, I did like that aspect. It was interesting to see like the full circle moment for Catholics to go from like underground, like weird cultist catacomb dwellers to the dominant religion oppressing the world, back to weird cultist catacomb dwellers.
Cave dwellers.
And I'm like, hey, these guys are probably more like real Catholics. Hell yeah.
Yeah, the original ones.
Yeah, really getting back to their roots.
Yeah. It does beg an interesting question about the wider universe and like how many religions actually survived to some degree beyond those that were just kind of like adopted in. Like, I don't think that it doesn't appear to me that Museum Catholics is intended as like this unique thing. Museum isn't a term specific to Catholicism. It seems to me like you could have Museum Islam. You could have like Museum whatever the fuck.
Just anything from old Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guarantee you Hadrian is a museum pastafarian just because he's insufferable, and he would definitely do that. So
Absolutely.
What's a pastafarian?
Pastafarian is made up religion just to like point out
People
how
who like
annoying
pasta?
and dumb religion is. That's about a giant flying spaghetti monster that had a huge thing online like 10 years ago or something. I don't know.
Rigatoni Farian.
Yeah. Panay Scapillion.
Nice.
That's good. That's
I
good.
do like
We could
penne.
just do more pasta puns. For
Pasta puns the rest of it?
Yeah.
It's good. And then I also liked Sabine's kind of more intellectual take. Like she was very happy for the museum Catholics care and everything, but she wasn't like trying to argue with them, or I don't know. Crispin seemed very like offended by their familiarity and their need to change his mind on his religion, and I don't know. Sabine seemed more chill about it.
I
Yeah,
want to
she
know
was
how
just like,
Sabine,
whatever.
Unaffected. She's just like, thanks for helping us,
Sabine is such like a kind, smart, functional character. I'm like, okay, so you grew up just purely with Daddy Alistair, because by this point, Mom's like not in the picture, it would seem.
She's at her vineyard.
Yeah.
I'm like, how did you turn out so normal? like what changed? What did Alistair start reading parenting books or something?
They
Between
had
Crispin
a better
and you?
petri dish or something.
I guess, yeah. Like maybe Gibson was a shitty teacher because you turned out great.
Maybe this is
R.I.P.
all Gibson's fault. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. I'm struck by Sabine too. I really like the character. She comes in, I mean, hot in a lot of different ways. She's fun. She's a little hot-headed. Like she's a little bit in the same way that Hadrian is, but again, like you said, she's like a little bit more pulled back and like not overblown, not overly full of herself. There are just some fun moments that happen between the two of them that make them a better pair of characters as well versus Crispin and Hadrian even.
On the question of like, does Crispin come back? That obviously you can't answer. I think I'd be almost more excited to see Hadrian interact with Sabine in the future.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's a thing that'll happen
Or
not.
like find out about her. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or maybe she seeks him out after he blows up a star, whenever he does that.
Yeah,
He keeps talking about doing it.
Yeah, he keeps telling us he's gonna do it.
Saying he did it. Like, prove it.
He's just standing there like, I'm gonna do it. I'm
Do it.
gonna
I'm gonna do it.
Okay, then fucking do it.
We
telling me
okay.
about how her eyes were like the ocean and your thoughts were like clouds upon it or whatever. You know?
So we can't talk about Howling Dark, right?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
No. We're like 20. I don't know if Josh has read the next section actually, but
I haven't actually.
Okay.
There's just also some symbolism in that, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what we're talking about.
For sure, Josh.
I'm in on it. In on the joke, me.
Mm-hmm. Also funny that the museum Catholics are French. This is like the
Yeah,
last time of the
Jean-Louis
French.
and Laurent.
Yeah.
It's like not Italian, not Latin.
Yeah, Jean-Louis
French
Alba.
Catholic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. French Catholic surviving just seems like the oddest sect too.
Wild
you know?
that one made it, you know?
Yeah.
And I like that, like, it's clear these guys aren't named Jean-Louis. They just pick French names whenever they join the cult.
Yeah. Unless they're actually named
They're
that,
born
like
in
some
it,
of them.
yeah,
Yeah.
Born
right.
into
But
it.
it seems like anybody who, like, joined, like, probably was just like, okay, my name's John Lewis, but I guess I'm Jean-Louis now. It's like
Yeah.
French class where they give you a French name. I don't know if you guys had that in high school, but...
Or like you adopt your actual baptismal name or something. You know, it could be like
Yeah.
a small shift
Yeah.
that way as well. But yeah, so we get shot down, which shoots us in this town, which also like sets up this story, right? We're set off with the expectation that like something is going to happen because of the potential death in the family that is
Oh
looming.
yeah. Who do you think Daddy Marlowe was suspecting when he gave Crispin the sword and was like, protect your sister?
Yeah, he mentioned it was like his sister, right? Like their aunt.
Could have been not his sister, but any of their mom's
Any of the-
sisters.
Oh, the
yeah.
Marlham sisters. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Because this is maternal grandmother
Yes.
that
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
going to pay their respects before she dies.
Yeah, she's the
Yeah.
ruler of the system overall. Like she's above him by a lot as far in like the feudal hierarchy of all of this. And so there is something there of where it's like, well, maybe I literally reread the first couple of chapters right before this, and it's like, well, maybe we have something to gain out of going to see her, even if it is like a final gift on her deathbed. So like, even there's something subtle in there for Crispin beyond, you know, beyond just paying their respects, which they also want to do as an element of this.
Yeah. As far as being shot down, very good scene. I thought it was very good visceral action. I don't know if it's just from like watching Lost or Jurassic Park 3 at a young age, but like there's something about like having to climb through a wrecked fuselage with bodies that is like so, like every time it happens in a movie, I'm like, yeah, that's terrible. I love that, you know? So I could picture it so well. I'm like, oh yeah, here we go. Like the bodies are hanging, he's kind of climbing through, it's off kilter. Yeah, I don't know why,
Lights
but
blinking.
that imagery, lights blinking. Yeah, I'm like, oh hell yeah! Like that's always a good shot. Good job, good choice. You know.
And then dragging the one guy out for him to just die. You know, he's like crunched under. Yeah. Yeah, next to no one survives. They get brought in by the Museum Catholics that we've already talked about kind of ad nauseum. Really interesting group of characters, though. Even, I mean, if we remove sort of just the religion from them all, I really like Jean-Louis Alba. I think that he's great.
Yeah.
Father Laurent is an interesting conversationalist obviously from a philosophical perspective, but also just generally seems like a good guy. Like not, you know, brings him in.
If someone comes and tries to talk to me about their religion, I'm not going to want to, but if they offer me a flask, I might stick around, you know? So like,
well, and like safety and shelter from people trying to murder me. I'd be like, yeah, tell me about your God.
I'd be like, all right, yeah, sure.
I'll
Let's hear
sign
about
up.
it.
I mean, but especially from the fact that like Crispin is kind of the dick here, being like, well, you have to shelter us. And he's like, not really, but we will. Like, we're gonna do the right thing because we want to do the right thing. Which I think is another,
because we want to, not because you told us to.
Gets into like the whole arc of Crispin over the course of the story, right? Which is, you know, at the beginning we get reflections on Hadrian, who's kind of the ghost over the story of like, well, I needed his attention, so I like tried to egg him on into fighting all the time and whatever else, because I just wanted to feel something. And then he starts off as this like really big dick asshole to practically everyone outside of Kyra, of whom he is pretty kind to and very nice to. And Sabine, of course, are kind of the two that he really kind of takes exception with. Otherwise, he seems really bought into the hierarchy up until the end of this, where he starts to see that breakdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, Kyra's old now.
Yeah.
But how'd that happen?
She has a husband.
But
yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that. I didn't know she had a husband.
Yeah, it's just a detail that's kind of flung in there that like she has a husband and maybe some children.
And then, do you think she actually blew up?
I think she actually died.
No body, no death.
She did.
Yeah.
I think she did, but also there is that part of like, if you don't see a body. But she got laser cannon from a fucking spaceship, so like I don't know how much body there is to find after that. I like to picture that she did blow up, because just the imagery of her like on the turret shooting up at this thing trying to destroy the gun as it shoots her, and actually she kind of succeeds, is like pretty badass.
Yeah, it's the invasion of the town is a really sick scene with like this novella is action packed. I mean, it's got like the philosophy heavy conversational stuff, but then also it is laden with action compared to Empire of Silence.
I know we can't talk about Howling Dark, but the way how Howling Dark starts, being the last thing we just read, straight into this, I'm like, Rakia, what are you doing to me? This is so much. Like,
oh, you read Howling Dark before Lesser Devil?
We only the first 12 chapters. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just because of the schedule and like trying to get us all together to talk about
Not what
this.
you told me to do cross.
It's because I got stuck in New York.
Yeah, it's because of the snowstorm that set us off into the schedule, and then you weren't available, and I was sick.
Yeah,
and whatever else.
My fault.
No, it didn't work for all of us.
And then Cross is
I
like,
think it's Josh's fault.
Birthday and a girlfriend, and I'm like, okay,
I have shit to do.
And then you were sick, Cross. This is your fault.
This is true. There were a lot at fault here, and it's mostly me. But
we'll just blame the storm. We'll say it's somehow Mom Donnie's fault, actually.
It's around Mom Donnie's fault.
But back to the action. It's well written action. Like
it is
easy to follow, to get excited about. You know, you get the adrenaline rush. You know, jumping ahead, the whole sword scene is amazing.
Mhm.
I love that part.
It's super cinematic action. Like it really does feel like an action movie more than like, like for example, and not always, whenever I'm reading the first law, one of the big things I love about it is the action, but I wouldn't say it's usually like super cinematic action. It's very like descriptive, internal, like the feeling of being in the action rather than like the visuals of looking at it. Whereas this like has a lot of that feeling, but like I felt like I was watching the action. Like I could see what was happening. It felt very like in front of me, picture painted. You could almost feel the scene changes, like the camera cuts and stuff, like it definitely has like an action movie vibe to it, in my opinion.
It's also larger scale with the spaceship
Yeah, that's cool.
involved. Them being able to just like nuke the whole planet whenever they wanted.
Yeah. Which is one thing I've talked about a lot in the Empire of Silence episodes, is like I struggle with sci-fi because of scale. Like when everything is massive, when everything is planets and trillions and decades to travel from one place to another, and we can nuke the planet and all of this. I'm like, it's too big. I can't think about it. So
You just have to accept it.
Put me back in the Shire. Like this is too much.
Hey, that story blows up too.
Yeah, but on one continent,
Yeah.
But
people are like, I just can't do magic, man. It's too much. And then they're reading this shit, and I'm like, man, this is way more. This is crazy. This is a lot. My little Ren Fair brain can't handle it. So.
But I think that's the nice thing that Rockio manages here is to like put it into scope of like, yeah, sure, it's a big ship, but you could take it down very reasonably. Here are these tinier ships, and they look like this, and it's like simple enough.
And just board the ship.
Yeah, just get on it, and then when you're on it, it's just there.
And then take it down.
Yeah. There's a clever gambit here by Crispin as well to like take me instead of Sabine, as Sabine kind of hides away. That's really well done. We find out as well that this is actually the Erin family, which is someone that was mentioned just very briefly in Empire of Silence, as a family that was eliminated by Hadrian's family. And also, if you bothered, which not everyone does, but if you look through the sort of history of House Marlowe, which is in the back of the first book, you can also see some of the details therein about some of this.
It's not in the audiobook.
Yeah, well, it actually is in the audiobook.
Yeah. But you think I listened to those credits?
It's an extra like 30 minutes, and you're like, wait, the story's over, right? Why are there 30 minutes of extras?
That's where it gets really biblical, where it's like, Hadrian, son of Daddy Marlowe.
Begot Hadrian, begat.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm done.
Like, no, I think we're done here. I think we're done here. I do love that that's there. I love that for the people that are going to read that.
But this gets into that history a little bit, where it's like, oh, this is someone seeking revenge from the long history of like the damage that Alistair did and that Alistair's family did.
And it's not your own family.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. Auntie's still chill. Well, actually, we don't know what happens after this book. It could go straight to the ant killing them.
Yeah, or the ant was working with the robot old grandma lady.
All I could think of, I don't know if either of you watched like Doctor Who ever.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did.
The moisturize me lady that's just skin stretched over.
Yeah.
That's who.
Cross,
that's
you didn't watch Doctor Who?
Not nearly as much. No,
Like
I've seen like 6 episodes.
Pull up right now. Just go on your. Just type in Doctor Who moisturize me, and
You'll
I swear to
recognize
God.
this picture. Yeah. No, I watched all of those. Yeah.
Amazing.
Oh yeah, I've actually have seen this episode.
Okay.
And this image. Yeah. I've seen like a dozen episodes.
Hey, that's enough. You get the idea.
I'm aware of Doctor Who. Yeah.
Doctor.
Yeah. I had a big Doctor Who phase,
Same.
Yeah. It was Doctor Who is a show that I was like embarrassed to tell anybody I liked, but I was watching it in the dark and secret.
Did anybody else get into Andromeda in the mid 2000s? No, Andromeda, the weird Kevin Sorbo led sci-fi by Gene Roddenberry.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
It was a Gene Roddenberry show, okay, but Kevin Sorbo was just the lead.
I think that there's enough actors that turned out to be really, really shitty that we could get one decent movie out of them if they all team up.
for Doctor Who?
Just in general.
No, sorry, just in general.
Okay.
But
no,
everybody,
all the Doctor Who
if
people
you're
are great.
English, you've been in Doctor Who. Every time I go back and watch, I'm like, why the fuck is like like Charlie Cox here. Like, what is that? Spider-Man? What's going on? Not Tom Holland, the other one. Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield. Yeah.
He's in there.
Andrew Garfield's in Doctor Who
For one episode when he's super young. Yeah, every single English actor I feel
Nice.
like has been in Doctor Who.
My favorite Doctor was obviously David Tennant because
Most
you know
people.
he's
Yeah.
attractive to me.
So attractive to Erin.
I struggle. I go back and forth.
I liked him more than Matt. What's his name?
I really liked Matt Smith. It's hard for me, but David Tennant was probably better. But I was in my quirky suspenders, hipster boy phase in high school whenever Matt Smith was coming out, and I was like,
Yeah.
liked
I
him.
crocheted a whole Doctor Who scarf.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, hell
Me
yeah!
too. Like
Was it
very long.
Was it a police box? All right, we should talk about. Well, it's sci-fi. It's sci-fi. It counts. And
Who
we're
liked
here.
Doctor
Yeah.
Who more?
Yeah.
No, just you can have this.
I
one.
stopped at Capaldi. I didn't watch any Capaldi or.
Yeah, I've not caught up with all.
I actually did watch a couple of Capaldi, but
Oh, I hear
Yeah.
he's good. I don't know.
yeah. And I watched one or two of the brand new Doctor that was just
Yeah,
on.
Shooty.
That is now.
I like the
Yeah.
actor.
He was fun.
He was in Sex Education, which is a very good show.
Good show. Yeah. That said, Oren
So
Dasali, this
Crispin-
family is fun. They're interesting by and large. The whole like she's keeping herself alive out of spite. She's using machines in ways that are definitely not supported by the Chantry,
No, that's
including
not okay.
the android Buddy.
Yeah, that was so fucking alien. Like,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
the reveal, like, oh, this is an android with
Mhm.
weird white blood. Yeah. Super cool. The whole like interrogation into the bridge fight scene.
Mhm.
Dynamite.
Classic fucking Star Wars, you know? Like,
Yeah, and your
Yeah.
friends show up right when you need them. It's great.
Oh yeah, yeah. And you gave us a cool laser sword, which already existed in the world, obviously, with the other books. But like,
But it's good we had more than one of them.
yeah,
Mhm.
it's fucking cool. And I like that it disappears into like a cloud of smoke instead of going back in. You know, it
Mhm.
sets it apart.
It's high matter. Why would it go zoom?
I don't know, because high matter doesn't exist. You can make it do whatever you want.
It could be exactly like a lightsaber. Okay.
Yeah, he probably wrote lightsabers, and it's like I gotta change this.
Yeah.
shit. Disney
We gotta
owns this
change the
now.
mechanism.
Mhm, mhm.
Don't cut your own arm off.
Yeah, and he's like, "All right, maybe I'll make it like kind of like it's like a whip, like it slithers, and then it goes crazy." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, fuck, I can't do that either."
Can't do that.
Yeah.
That's all over Red Rising. Can't do that.
All right, it'll just be really big, and I can summon it in a few heartbeats. No shit.
No, wait. Stormlight. God. No, lightsaber's good. We'll take it.
I love the kind of lightsaber, kind of sword things. High matter blades are so sick, and you get to see them.
And just, doing them in and out, like having
Ooh,
it part of your fighting skills. It's cool.
yeah, everybody, who was it on the bridge at the end with him? Was it John Louis and
and
Jean-Louis.
Laurent?
No, it wasn't Laurent.
It wasn't Laurent. Was
What?
it?
What the hell was that
Who
guy's
else
name?
was it? It was Jean Louis and somebody else. Such a sick scene. I don't know. They
Ludd.
show up.
Ludd.
Yeah, and they're
Yeah.
like both ex-military or something, and just
Mhm.
like
Mhm.
they just roll in and do damage. It was I felt masculine for a brief moment there. I was like, oh no, I am a man. Hell yeah.
I could get a high matter sword.
Yeah, and friggin' Carlo, man. What a monster. That was the android, of course, as they like shove
Yeah.
into him. Yeah.
Such a cool scene in
Mhm.
general.
Yeah.
I also listened to it while wanting to die stuck on a plane, but it's fine.
For the first time or for your reread?
For the first time, and I
Oh.
didn't make it all the way back in my reread, so bear with me.
Yeah. All good.
But I was
but
like,
that's-
hey, I'm stuck on a shitty situation on a ship right now. It's just,
And so is Crispin.
yeah, we're together, me and him.
Nice.
kindred spirits.
Yeah, Crispin spirits.
To sort of round out the end of the story, and then we can kind of wander in whichever directions we want to about Crispin and anything else. We get a scene in which Crispin offers, even though he doesn't actually legally have the right to do so, apparently, the people of whom showed up in the bridge to help him, both Lud and Jean-Louis, patricianship, and then also specifically to Jean-Louis to be his personal guard and to be modified and given like a longer life and sort of everything else on behalf of the Empire.
The genetic code to make his family live longer,
and then we go into the morality of living a long life versus a normal.
Him turning it down, I was like,
life.
Okay, it makes sense for the character. I wouldn't turn it down. I'd be like, oh hell yeah, but like,
but
I
Father
like
Laurent telling him not to,
exactly.
I think is like such a good turn for him too, to be like
that wraparound is what I was gonna say. Whenever Father Laurent's like, he'll do it, he'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
I
Like,
sneezed.
like I was so happy. I was like, yeah, Jean Louis gonna be part of the patricians.
Patricianese.
Yeah.
Patronage. I don't know, what are they?
Joining the Knight's family though, and like becoming a larger family, which is like, wow. I mean, like, what a cool, cool thing.
He got knighted. You know, if anybody's watching Seven Kingdoms, like that's the Fossaway moment. You know,
are you caught up?
I am. Oh my god, it's so good. Well,
so
not
good.
today.
I have the book.
Yeah,
I have the book now.
I
nice.
need to get the book. I've read all the
book of the short stories,
the novellas.
There's pictures.
Oh, there's pictures. Sign me up.
I want some pictures.
So this will be a whole rant if I let myself. But episode 5 of Night of the Seven Kingdoms is absolutely peak Game of Thrones, about as good as it gets. I'm really excited for tonight's episode. That put a date on this recording. Sorry, but you know.
I thought so. That was the penultimate. I thought that was the finale.
I think there's one more tonight.
Oh shit! That's such good news.
Yeah.
thought I was gonna start reading.
Go cancel
I'm obsessed
tonight.
I'm obsessed with Egg, and I normally hate child actors, and this kid is like
Dexter,
the best actor.
Something I fucking love him. He's so cool. Like
He's
Dexter
so
Soul
cool.
Ansel. Yeah.
And
Also,
he's like the best actor.
Yeah, so good, so good.
cute.
Perfectly encapsulates that character. And can't think of the actor's name, but the guy playing
The rugby
Sir
guy.
Duncan, Dunk. Yeah. Just big boy.
So the look is ours alone.
Peter Claffey. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so pumped. He's so good. Like, I want to see him and then a bunch more shit. I want to know if he has like the ability to go really fucking like scary mean in acting, because I think put 10 years of age on him and throw him in the right makeup, and that he could be Logan Nine Fingers.
Oh, he looks too sweet right now, though.
But Logan has to be able to look sweet, but he
Does
also
he?
has to be able to look scary. He's so fatherly with
I
Giselle.
don't think he ever looks sweet. I think he always looks pretty beat
Well,
up.
he looks like fuck ugly, but
Well, that's what I'm saying. He has to be like beat up. You got to be able to put him in some prosthetics.
yeah,
that have, like,
I think
a broken
rugby
nose and
guy's
shit.
too cute. I don't think.
I totally think he could play Crispin.
Oh, he could play
Rugby
Crispin
guy
right
could
now.
play
Throw him in.
Crispin. Yeah.
I just I don't know. Every time I think about Logan, I'm like, he has to be somebody that you feel like is legitimately a good man, so that later you can realize I don't think this guy's actually a good dude. But
No, I think Logan Nine
Sorry.
Fingers looks pretty fucked up.
this is all spoilery ish.
I think he's like missing teeth. He's got pox on his face, patchy beard, obviously missing. I think he looks like a Viking that's been through it, you know?
But I think Peter could look like a Viking that's been through it. I think he could do it.
I don't know.
I think he could do it.
In a decade, we'll
Also,
see.
Logan Nine Fingers I
That's
see
what
is like having black hair, not a blonde or a ginger.
This is gonna blow your fucking mind. They change their hair colors in shows all the time.
Shut up.
Dude, you hear it?
This guy's like a ginger though. He would look weird with dark hair.
I don't know.
Aaron, you can punch him in the face when you see him at our
that's fine.
meetup. Yeah.
Pothouse.
He's at like elbow height,
Pothouse.
so I'm just kidding.
Hey. Oh, 1 second. One brief moment. I got my new bracelet. I was very excited.
Woo!
I told her to come in when it was finished.
Yay. But yeah, we're left in a good place. Like this is a pretty quick story. It's only 17 chapters. It's not too crazy here.
Quick
on the
listen.
whole, yeah, 4 hours, right? As an audiobook on normal speed, I think 4.5.
Yeah. You throw that bad boy on 2x, you can knock it out in like one gym session with the sauna afterwards, you know? So that's what I planned today, but then I didn't. Leslie, my wife, was like, "Oh, I'll go to the gym with you." I'm like, "You never go to the gym with me, yay!" So then I didn't do an ebook. But
That's fair and cute. Yeah, so I mean, it's a quick and easy story for the most part. I mean, it's nice. It's a nice little diversion. I really love the arc that we see with Crispin as a character. Questions that I have for both of you, since neither of you have read too much further. I mean, you're on 2.5. You finished the most recent, or not the most recent, but the next novella. Would you be interested? Would you guys be interested in seeing more Crispin stories? And if so, like, what kind of thing would you want to see from a Crispin story or a side story like this?
100% would love more Crispin stories. I would love to see a Crispin, like a Knives Out with Crispin in it, where it's like he has to learn to use his brain.
A murder mystery, but
yeah, like a murder mystery with Crispin where he can't just punch his way out of it, and he really has to actually figure this out. And yeah, I would love to see it like locked within a singular sci-fi castle, can't get out. Someone is killing people. Sabine should be there too. It should be like a Sabine has to take the lead on it, you know, kind of a thing. And like Crispin, like trying to get Sabine out of this fucked up murder mystery mansion would be so fun.
I'd say I don't need any more Crispin unless it's a reunion with Hadrian, and then you know, I'm even more interested in the Sabine Hadrian relationship, you know, whether that's just him finding out about her or her seeking him out, or Hadrian. So I'd be okay if we just kind of yada yada Crispin story.
Okay, hear me out.
If it involved Hadrian, I'd be more interested to see that dynamic of like the changed Crispin from these country Catholics and how he changed through his relationship with them, and then going back to Hadrian. I don't know. I think that'd be interesting.
Hear me out. Slow burn romance novella with Crispin, where he learns that his use of the harem is probably not actually ethical, and slowly finds that he might be...
Is this a season of Bridgerton in space?
Yeah, more open than he originally thought whenever he meets a dashing Jadian prince. But we go straight to live action, and it is Peter from Night of the Seven Kingdoms playing Crispin, and then the guy who plays Lionel Baratheon playing the Jadian prince, and they kiss. Could we do that? Can we make that happen? Do you have?
Great.
Can you call up?
Great. Great. No notes. Yeah.
What about you, Cross? Do you care about Crispin?
I personally really enjoy this novella myself. For me, I really like what this brings out of Crispin and like the context that it provides to Crispin in the original story. I think that's really the bigger thing that I think that this does, is show that like where Hadrian painted Crispin as like a single note sort of beast and monstrosity and just kind of asshole. He isn't, but he is definitely one of the upper class, and so like maybe doesn't think, you know, as forwardly as Hadrian does.
You could have probably stopped before as forwardly as Hadrian does.
Yeah, right.
He just maybe doesn't think.
Yeah, just maybe doesn't think.
He's a little spoiled.
Yeah, I mean, he's like any member of like a class hierarchy like that is a lot of the time is like they don't
especially
realize
if
what
you
they
buy
have.
in, and Crispin has fully bought in.
Mm-hmm.
At least at the beginning of the story, I think.
He's like, I might be a science baby, but I'm an important science baby.
Yeah.
I am the most important science baby. Now that my brother's gone, he was the most important science baby
but
before.
Now I'm the most important.
And I miss him also.
Yeah.
Which is,
that was really cute.
He
in the
beat me
story.
up, but I miss him.
I like how much he thinks about Hadrian still. Hadrian does not bring up Crispin once after he fucking leaves, so
yeah, I mean,
I think he regrets beating him up.
Like a little. I don't think he even fully regrets beating him up. He's like, oh, that was kind of mean. Anyways, back to how hot the scientist is.
No, I mean, absolutely. Like there's how hot this scientist lady is that I'm very into. Just every time, every cutaway with Hadrian.
Yeah. Anyways, have I told you about science and ladies?
Have I told you about the xenobiologist that I'm really interested in?
Yeah, exactly.
She's got a weird node diode in her head.
Hey, you know, is she what I would have considered an abomination before I met one that was hot? Yeah, for sure. But like,
Is she maybe Eastern European? We don't know.
We don't know. It's hard
Sure.
to say
Yeah.
because whenever we meet another person from the same area later,
They don't have that
it's
accent.
a different accent. It's like an Irish accent. So
I was like, what?
yeah, it's like why are we fucking Irish?
I thought we were
And then I
Russian.
was like, okay, I guess it's an entire like system of planets. They could have multiple accents, but why is one Eastern European and one is Irish?
Come on, Sam.
Sam's like, I got 10 of these
He's like,
guys.
He only has
And I
one
already
my
Eastern
list of
European
voices
accent.
points of the one you want.
Yeah.
I'm only doing this one for Saltis. He's too important. I can't do it for anyone else.
Yeah. I just think that this is a good story on the whole. I really like this. I think that I would like a later Crispin story. Like, I don't need like a whole arc of Crispin books or anything like that, but I wouldn't mind like the death of Alistair Marlowe from like Crispin's perspective, even if it's like a short story. I know that I've read more of the short stories and neither of you have at this point. But I would kind of enjoy like even a short story in that realm. So
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
I would like a story where Crispin decides to go out and find Hadrian, and he
Hmm.
puts together a ragtag crew of people he meets at the spaceport. And it's Saltis, and it's Crow. Sabine can come, and Sabine, Saltis, Crow, and Crispin set out into the stars.
Plus Jean-Louis.
and then
Jean-Louis.
Jean-Louis
He's
for sure.
Crispin's bodyguard. You know,
Right.
he's his
Yeah.
personal knight.
And they die immediately because that's what
They
we
just get fucked up by the painted man.
They're
Sorry,
like
that's in the
on
next
ice
book.
and they don't even know they died. The book
Right.
just ends.
Yeah, they all get on the ship and the book just ends because they all died on ice.
No one knows.
Crispin puts it on autopilot as anticipated, and then it goes directly into a sun. You know, like
Yeah,
it's
Crispin's like, it's autopilot, it's fine. And they're like,
Yeah.
there's usually supposed to be someone awake. And he's like, it'll be fine.
and then they're right into the Gododin sun.
Yeah, the sun blows up. And Hadrian's like, fuck, did I do that? And it was never Hadrian.
End story. Yeah.
I love how mid-sentence this disembodied hand appears with a beer.
The
And you
second half
didn't
beer
stop
that I'm drinking is the Devotion Blonde Ale by Last Abbey, brewed and canned in Vista, California. It's really,
Ooh.
really good.
Nice.
It is.
It's a big beer.
Yeah, it's a Belgian blonde. I'm splitting it with my wife. Thank you.
I wasn't judging the drinking.
Like, oh, that's a
Amount.
big beer, and you already had one, and a cocktail and a shot, and it's a Sunday, and you still have to work. Okay.
No, Cross has seen me drink much more than that.
All right.
It's true. It's true.
Well, let's go. It's Sunday, and that's the Night of the Seven Kingdoms is on tonight.
I literally didn't know that was penultimate. I was like, oh man, I have to wait for. But I'm like, the kid's little. They got to pump these seasons.
They
out.
got to get these.
They've
going.
already begun production on the second season.
Yeah.
So
Well,
perfect.
we had talked about this a little bit,
Yeah.
Ross, but like because of the success of The Pit, HBO's like, do people like it when seasons come out once a year? That's crazy. We didn't
Yeah.
know that.
well, actually, the director phrased it the opposite way, where he's like, it's very or the director of programming was like, it's very obvious that we should be releasing things every other year and not the other way around, like it had been done for so long. But it's like, yes. Thank you, Casey Bloys, for informing us of what we wanted the whole time.
Yeah, it's or every year, not every.
Wait, every year,
Yeah.
not every other year.
Right. Sorry. Yeah.
Yes.
Ca-
Okay.
Casey Bloys was being very tongue in cheek when he was like,
Oh,
it's
okay.
crazy
Okay.
that people like want a show every
need to
year,
put
a
more
long
on.
season.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, if it's
Um,
every other year, then I can't remember obviously
Yeah, I have to
anything that
rewatch
happened.
the show, which is maybe what they want. It's like a sprucing numbers thing. All of a
I
sudden.
don't know, or I just
But-
don't ever watch season 2.
Yeah, but that's the
That's
risk.
kind of the nice thing, though, about like the stories of Duncan Egg or novellas within the Sun Eater universe is they are superfluous, and you can read them kind of whenever you want, as long as you've kind of
Yeah.
like read the other stories. You know,
Superfluous.
I said it wrong. It's fine. Superfluous.
Superfluous.
Yeah, right.
You know,
I
It's
like
one of the few words
superfluous. I'm gonna start saying
It's
superfluous.
one of the few words that I have like serious trouble with.
superfluous. You know, I for the longest time in like high school, and I regret to say into college, did think that I knew the word epitome
Mm,
and I knew what it meant. I also thought there was another word, epitome,
epitome.
and I knew what it meant, and I realized
Oh.
they meant the same
Yeah.
thing. But
I think
yeah,
everyone thought that.
It's like, yeah, it's like the
I
epitome
remember
of
also
this. And they're
being
like,
like,
the epitome. I'm
oh,
like, yeah,
it's
it's
the
also
same.
the epitome.
Yeah. or you read epitome, but you say epitome.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you're like,
wait. I
they're
just
the
thought they
same
were
thing.
different words that probably had a subtle difference that I
feel like I
realize.
went through that as well.
Okay.
If I could remember. But I can't.
That's
But
weird.
I can't remember yesterday.
I cannot remember.
Yeah.
Beginning with subtle hop character from the dry hopping, followed by a thin layer of malt and notes of fresh hay and grassy fields.
And more
with a
hoppy
nice
hop
dry finish.
hopping.
Let our
Hoppity,
devotion
hippity,
guide you on
hip
your
hopping.
journey.
Hippity.
Hip hopping,
The
we
last
can't stop.
Abbey. The Lost Abbey.
It
All right,
almost
sorry.
looks like it should be a cider, if I'm just like being
It
frank.
looks like a cider.
Yeah.
Or it looks like good old
You're
farm beer.
Cross. I know your name's not Frank.
Oh, my name is not Frank. That said, yeah, I like this book.
Yeah. Oh, I got this because it's called The Lost Abbey, and it made me think
Oh, yeah.
of this. They're
The
like
country
they are
Christians.
the Lost Abbey. Yeah, the Museum Catholics.
Museum cat. I like.
Country Christians is almost better.
I like country
And
bishops
there's a
because it sounds
tractor
like
on
country
your beer.
bears. You know?
Oh, they're like the country bears.
Yeah, they're like the country bears of Catholicism in space.
Mhm.
Yeah, in space.
It is
Hey,
interesting
can
that
we-
there's only a couple thousand. Go ahead.
Can we? I made a note, and I didn't know when to bring it up.
Do it.
I felt like Kyra's death was very non-emotional.
Glossed over a little bit.
Like Kyra was an important character in Empire of Silence, and was an important, insider for the mommy Marlowe, and then she sacrifices herself, and then that's just I don't know. There's not a lot of like.
There's not much fanfare or like emotional.
I would.
Yeah, or like, oh my God, she was such a good soldier. It's just like, thanks, girl.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, damn.
Anyways,
damn. Oh, damn is exactly what it was.
Yeah.
Damn. I would actually love this same novella from Sabine's perspective.
sure.
And I bet we would have a more emotional response because she had a strong connection with Kyra.
Right.
Because like
But
the
also,
book
there
starts
wouldn't
so
be much
high
of an
in
ending,
Kyra.
you know?
When Kyra dies, though, is Sabine not? Is she sequestered?
Actually, that's a
Yeah,
good
I think she
question.
is hidden
So
at
does
that
she
point.
know? But we could like. I feel like that
There could be a
story would
moment where
end
she
with the
like tells
reveal
her.
that Kyra didn't make it,
Yeah.
rather than yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, I feel like I definitely agree on that front. I think that the thing that I wish that we had from that perspective, because we get so much Kyra early on where it's like she could land in any storm, and then she does manage a crazy landing, right? Like she's a crazy pilot. And that's just such like a cool moment to like build up her character, and then to have her executed by laser cannon in a clock tower. You know what I mean?
I mean,
it's
if you're
very
gonna
dramatic,
go-
very cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Or rather, I would like a rewrite of this novella expanded a little bit to include multiple perspectives.
Mm.
Like everything that's there stays there, but then we also get
And then also a Sabine chapter
Sabine-
where she's
We
sad.
get a couple Sabine chapters throughout, and some Kyra chapters. Even I would love like some John Louis chapters before they even get there. Like we just have a chapter in the beginning where John Louis is going about his life, and then like this could expand into not like a super thick book, but like a 400-page, like pretty good multiple perspective book. And I would not be sad about it.
I like how fast it is as part of that, but I definitely get it. I would definitely wouldn't mind like a little bit of insight from those perspectives. I will say one of the things that this also encourages me to let you guys know and do is definitely pick up the rest of the and other stories and tales. They're only available at the moment. I don't think any of them are in audio. I believe Christopher has explained in the past that he didn't feel like he had enough stories to like record and like pay for that it made sense to do them. But I think he said after 4 or 5, he's going to do it all in audio and like release them all as like one big compendium in audio. But you can just get the little
So
Kindle
what are you
books.
holding? Is that the 5.5?
This is the Lesser Devil and Other Stories. This is a unique binding from
Oh,
Andarida.
does that include Queen of Mid Ashes?
No, so I have Queen of Mid Ashes and Dregs of Empire up on that shelf right there.
Are those and other
those are-
stories as well? Or
Yes, they're also the other. So it's volume 2 of Tales of the Sun Eater and volume 3 associated with the books, basically. So it's a novella and a short story collection. That is because he didn't feel like the books were big enough to have like a premium binding, which is what this is. There's only, I think there's 3,000 of these or something like that in total. But you can get the Tales of the Sun Eater just from Amazon, from Kindle, on your Kindle for like, I think they're like $4, and they're like, it's like 300 pages of short stories, and they're
Question
all pretty
for you.
good.
So these are other stories.
Other stories, yes,
Okay.
but
Quick
some
question.
are other perspectives and other characters that you might be interested in. So,
Oh, okay.
and some tie back in.
I know you might not tell me, but it's not really a spoiler
Mhm.
at all, story-wise. Next novella we read
Mhm.
is
The Queen Amid Ashes.
Queen of Mid
Yes.
Ashes. First person or third person? Curious.
First person, right?
Interesting.
I don't know.
You've read it way more recently than I have, Aaron. It is
I
first
loved it.
person.
A good book. I couldn't tell you. Which
It's like 113 pages. It's a very short novella.
I listened.
It's like
it's been
2
a month.
hours. Yeah.
It's very
I
short.
or he.
I was gonna like wait for it on Libby, and then it was like, $2 or something on Audible,
I don't even know what Libby is.
where you rent audiobooks from your library,
Oh, that's cool. I should do
full
that.
free, but you have to wait for them if they're popular.
Okay.
Just to confirm.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
see, Queen Amid Ashes. It was 4 hours.
Oh, is it 4
Oh, then
hours?
it's
Yeah,
about the same length as Lesser Devil.
Yeah, but I think it's
10
fewer pages.
chapters.
It's definitely shorter. It starts on 13, ends at 157. So it's like 130 pages versus this is like 180. So
Oh, but
Similar.
yeah, it's 180 pages of Crispin going swoosh. So
well, each novella is a different POV, and I'll say that. But
very cool.
Yeah.
I am excited to read more in the Sun Eater series. I promise I'm gonna stop talking shit on Hadrian every time I get on here.
I hope.
It's gonna happen.
You haven't finished Howling Dark?
No,
no,
just started.
very beginning.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like once you finish Howling Dark, maybe
Yeah.
you'll have different feelings. I had strong feelings after Howling Dark.
A lot of people tell me that this series really takes off about halfway through book 2. I thought book 2 started with a pretty fucking get in and go ramp up crazy start, but I'm excited to see what halfway through brings me.
Cool.
Yeah, fun.
Did you have more questions, Cross? You
Nope.
only asked one question.
Well, we talked through the book story, and that was most of the. It was honestly like the
I'm used
museum
to like, all
Catholic
right,
conversation.
I have a
buckle
question.
in.
No. This
question.
is a pretty straightforward one. I don't think it's that crazy. I actually
No,
have more
it's
to
not.
talk about, I think, with Queen Amid Ashes because there's some interesting things there. But
Well, and I feel like it ties more into the rest of all the other
yeah.
books.
But
Yeah, me too.
Anyway.
For sure. I know
Yeah.
all of this. Aaron, not Cross, because you've only watched a handful of episodes. It's fine. You can still chime in. You're around enough to know the general vibe. Hadrian and Crispin, what are their favorite doctors
What are
Why?
their favorite doctors?
from Doctor Who? Yeah, if they watch Doctor Who, would they have the same favorite doctor or different, and why?
That's a tough question. I'm gonna have to look up who all the doctors are.
I mean, you can just go off of the re-release, like the.
because I can't
It could
remember.
just be Eccleston, Tennant.
I didn't
Smith.
watch. Yeah,
Yeah, it could just be
any
those
of
three.
the newer ones. Do you have
Just
an
from those
answer?
three. I think that Crispin
I think
likes
Hadrian
Matt
would
Smith.
like Tenet. That's
I
what
think
I think.
Hadrian would be an Eccleston guy because he's like, it was only
Okay.
one season and I'm different and interesting.
Mm.
And he's darker, you know, because he killed the weird spider queen mommy.
Okay.
But yeah, I think Crispin would be a Matt Smith guy.
Yeah, Matt Smith is more Crispin style.
Yeah, it's a little dumber, but there's prettier colors, you know.
Prettier fellers. Good question. Now I want to go watch Doctor Who.
Well, I did a question, Cross did a question.
Aaron
yeah.
asked back Hira. Did you have a
I
question?
guess that's true. But
I had a
yeah.
question.
Yeah.
I just wanted my girl to
Fucking
get
true.
a little more screen time.
That's
I
true.
do. I have another thought here that I want to bring up. What do you guys think about Alistair's like being brought up again in this perspective? Do you think that he is as bad of a guy as Hadrian made him out to be, or do you feel like he's like? I still feel like he's not a great father. Let
No,
me put
he
it this
still
way instead.
seemed like an asshole.
Crispin
But he's not as
specifically
bad.
says,
Yeah.
Crispin specifically says, like, he's not giving me this sword because he wants to protect me. If it furthered his goals to kill me, he would have no problem doing that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
He's giving me this sword to protect him because he needs me.
right.
Mhm.
He
no,
is
there's
that
no
dad.
fatherly
legacy.
love.
It's just Crispin isn't gonna like talk about it and hone in on it as much. But the fact that Crispin's like, and that's fine, is very sad. Like he's such an abused little guy, 50-year-old man, but like still.
Yeah, it is worth pointing out. Little guy. We keep calling him little guy. He's a 50-year-old man.
He's like a 6'5", 50-year-old
but
man.
that's like a 30-year-old in their age. You know what I mean?
And
Like
he's gonna be
just in
30
his
for a few
30s.
hundred years. Yeah. So
right.
Yeah, how old is Alistair at this point?
200
Oh
something.
yeah, 200, mid 200s. Yeah.
We're not. Yeah, he's got a while to go. So maybe
Yeah.
we'll see Alistair again.
Maybe.
I don't think Alistair's gotten laid in all 230 years, personally.
Oh, he probably uses all the house slaves.
No, he's got a weird
You
thing
think?
about it.
I don't know.
No, Hadrian has a weird thing about it.
Yeah, you're right.
I
But he
think
had
that
to
Alistair
inherit it from
might too,
somewhere.
though.
It's
I doubt
definitely not his
Daddy
mom.
Marlowe has a weird thing about it.
Look, Hadrian inherited his weird thing about it from
Maybe
somewhere,
not.
and Mama loves hoes. So, like,
That's true.
True.
Yeah. Alistair's
like-
too self-important and serious. He's like, I can't afford the distraction.
I might get assassinated.
Yeah, yeah, I'll get assassinated if
That's
I
it.
ever.
That's really what it is.
Maybe.
He's like one of these fucking aunties. They're gonna take me out.
exactly.
These
They're-
Kephalos women.
These Kephalos
They all
women.
hate me.
Yep.
I wonder why.
It's because you suck, my dude.
It's because you're a
Yes.
terrible person.
Yep. Nobody likes Daddy Marlowe.
Do you guys think
Mhm.
Daddy Marlowe has like one weird hobby he keeps secret from everyone else, like whittling?
Just like whittling in a corner.
Yeah,
No.
just like whenever
I
he
don't
gets in
think
his
so.
room late at night and he locks all the doors and he's like, "Finally, my wood."
I think
my
he's
chisels."
just brooding.
Oh, he whittles.
I don't think he's doing anything. He's just sitting in a corner, mad.
Yeah, like he just broods in his free time.
Yeah.
He ponders schemes.
Broods himself to sleep. Yeah.
Now,
Staring at
when
the
I
ceiling,
brooded
fur
myself to sleep.
furrowed. Yeah.
Good
It's very
furrow.
Preferred.
Burford.
Perfect.
I think that's everything. I think
No, hang on. There was actually something you just said something that like struck a nerve with me about
Preferred?
Alistair.
If he has
Was
hobbies?
it the harem? It wasn't the hobbies.
and it wasn't whether or not he gets laid, and it wasn't whether or not
He definitely
whittles
doesn't get
alone in his
laid. He
room
definitely
late at
doesn't have
night.
Drunk mommy.
The Kephalos women, the aunts of it all. Do we feel like the House Kephalos will come up again in the context of the story, given they're much bigger even than like obviously anyone on Delos is?
I feel more confident that Kephalos will come up than Marlowe, personally. But I don't fucking know. Give me salt.
If it's not Sabine or Crispin, I don't want to see it.
what
just
if it's
stick with
the
Hadrian.
blue lady we've only heard about?
I don't know.
Oh, the blue lady. Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh,
Doesn't have
I
a name,
remembered.
just
I
is
remembered
blue.
what I actually wanted to mention. The fact that she is an android, right?
Yeah.
This
Oh, the skin
like-
lady.
Yes, yeah. The skin lady. Moisturize me.
Moisturize me.
The fact that she is an android, right, shows that like there are people within this society that are willing to go further on the side of the Empire. Like in the very
Yeah.
beginning of Howling Dark, which we won't get into too far here, and further into Howling Dark, extrasolarians clearly interface with demons in quotes. But this shows that like there's access outside of that if needed or necessary.
Well, it's interesting because it shows that in this society, unlike ours, there's people who are willing to use like religion to control others, but don't actually like follow the actual teachings or beliefs of that. And
Yeah,
would
that's
go
really
beyond
crazy.
What would be
Who would do
considered
that?
morally correct within that religion, and even do things that would be considered atrocities or evil based within that religion, while still actually preaching that religion to the masses to help
And
control
killing
them.
people over it.
Yeah. That's why this
Yeah.
is such a good story, because that's
clearly
so unique.
fiction.
How did he think of that? That's crazy.
Crazy.
Also, Nero Augustus would be a chantry because he hates robots.
Absolutely.
Oh
true.
yeah.
Good call. Just like swing for the fences real quick.
Yeah, by the way, Nero Augustus.
Member of the chantry. He hates
For
robots.
sure. Darrow and Hadrian would hate each other. Cassius and Hadrian would get along
You think?
because Darrow and Hadrian are
Definitely
very
Roke and
similar
Hadrian.
boys. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would be two. Roke and Hadrian. No, I don't
Roke and
think Roke
Hadrian
and
would
Hadrian
have
would
like
get along at
a
all.
poetry
Actually,
slam.
Yeah,
You're right.
they would be rivals.
They
would
would
have, like,
never
this
shut
weird
the fuck up.
They would like quote poetry back at each other. Like, they'd always be
Yikes.
going for the same. Like,
You
You're
just
right.
leave them in a
Yeah.
corner.
So wrong. Yeah.
exactly.
We would have an entirely different Red Rising series if they ran, or like series entirely about like warring poets.
Exactly.
battleships.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we, oh
It
my
could
god,
be more
all right.
dramatic.
Without any major series spoilers, if we just swapped Darrow with Hadrian, how would Red Rising go?
Well, the brooding, the
how
brooding
would
would
it-
continue. The internal,
There would be no Rising. I don't think he'd be like, yeah, well, the Reds are there for a reason.
To
I don't
spin this
know.
in that direction for just a second, I think Darrow would die almost immediately in this empire.
Immediately. No, well, okay. If Darrow
Would not
showed
stand
up,
a chance.
if Darrow made it,
well, Darrow
to-
wouldn't have been, carved. Is that a
If Darrow
spoiler?
made it to being homeless, he would have thrived and just stayed homeless.
He would just stayed a little
he's
guy on the planet.
resourceful.
Yeah.
He's used to not eating
Find
much. He
a,
just would have
find a
been
little
like
gutter girlfriend.
he would have been the.
Right.
He has
Gutter
quick hands.
girlfriend.
He's strong and smart. He would have had a little gutter girlfriend, and he would have gotten the plague and died when Kat did. Like,
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
And then someone would have found him right before he died and been like, "We're gonna turn you into a palatine."
Nice.
And then he would die as a Palatine, in
Yeah,
my
no, he would
opinion
have
as well.
died as Palatine. You've been like, all right, cool. So I'm going to a cool Palatine school, right? And they're like, nope, you're going to war, kid. Oh my god. Okay.
We should throw Hadrian and Apple in a room together.
Oh, Apollonius.
Then we'd have
I mean,
a real poetry slam.
slam being the keyword, I think there. but-
Yeah. Apollonius would slam the shit out of Hadrian.
Apple's like Crispin with Hadrian's mind. Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
the
yeah.
wordiness at least.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for sure. I like that comparison.
Damn.
Okay, cool. I mean,
All
it's an easy, straightforward thing. I expected this one to be easy and straightforward. Queen of Mid-Ashes, I think, a little bit more, and Dregs of Empire definitely more, probably 2 episodes. Just because that's like a 350 page. It's a book. That's not a novella. It's a book. But
Cool.
Do you have
I
a
so
favorite
better get
quote
to
from this
reading.
book?
I guess I'm ahead of Josh though. For what?
Yeah, you're ahead.
True.
Of it, so that's all right.
you are. Favorite quotes.
Both of you. Yeah. Do you have a favorite like quote or moment from this novella?
From The Lesser Devil?
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Hell yeah.
I
Mine
definitely
is what are Baptists? Heretics. I just think it's so funny. I don't know why. It's like-
Nice.
there are a couple
I
of good
can't
ones.
remember any.
I didn't pull any quotes for this ahead of time. I was just rereading this today and more recently. I've read this novella like 5 times, which is the most that I've reread anything in this series so far. But I feel like I just really enjoy personally the conversation between Father Laurent and Crispin when they're on their own. There's some like good banter
the one
there
before
about
the one before the fight or the one after the fight?
the one
Which
before the fight and the one after, frankly. Both the like
Same, yeah.
the sort of like conversation that happens before where they're like kind of jousting about religion and like absorbing and like
that
sort
has
of
my
the-
favorite quote in it.
Yeah,
So,
right.
Yeah.
right, exactly.
Yeah.
And sort of like Crispin getting like the second hand of it all, and then the final scene where like Father Laurent's like, sometimes you got to do things because it's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
So
It's a good book.
Yeah.
I enjoyed.
it's a good little, it's a good little guy. It doesn't need to be taken too seriously. It's not,
It's lesser.
yeah, he's the lesser devil for a reason.
Yeah.
I worked way
Does
more
that
on my
mean
cocktail.
the lesser Daddy Marlowe or the lesser Hadrian?
I read it as Lesser Hadrian.
Yeah, lesser than Hadrian. Still,
It's
even.
also just it's not
Or
quite as
less
good as
bad.
The Devils by Joe Abercrombie, so it's just the lesser devils, Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the Devils.
Most of them
Me too.
die
I love it so much.
in this book.
I
But
was like, well.
no, yeah, I wasn't trying to spoil the devils. I was just saying in lesser devils. Most
so
of
in the
them die.
Devils at the very end.
Everyone dies.
Hey, did you guys ever do the Devils on Words and Whiskey?
No. I recorded a live vlog of me driving around America variously and
Incredible.
reading the book because that's when I was reading it. But
Well, I mean, I've already read it, so it doesn't necessarily work in the classic way. But if
yeah, we could
should,
do like a one shot on it. I've always wanted to talk about it more formally,
Yeah.
but
we could, we could bring in a guest and make them read it, and then both me and you could know what happens and torture people. That'd be fun.
I bet everyone you know has already read it.
No, I know people
Who hasn't read it?
Fucking Ben hasn't, right? Isn't that the?
Has he not?
I don't think so.
If Ben hasn't
I know
read it.
Cassie did. I did. I don't know.
Cassie did. I don't know. Thomas did. If Thomas did.
I don't know. He's busy being a politician.
True.
Yeah.
He's got a busy schedule. Cool. Yeah. So with that, Erin, where can people find you online?
HowlerPod, HOWLERPOD on Instagram. HowlerPod.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook,
Etsy.
Etsy.
Yeah.
Wink.
Wink. All the places.
YouTube.
Yes. Yeah. Switch over to video content for the newer stuff as well, just like we
You
did.
guys on E-Bombs World or
Definitely. We're on Discord. No, we're not.
homestarrunner.com?
Yes.
Yes.
Sweet.
Without a
Zillow.
doubt.
All the cool kid stuff.
all the cool stuff.
Offer up.
Yeah. So thank you so much for coming. We'll have you back, obviously, for the other novellas. I'm very
Thank
excited
you.
to get
Yes, I'm
into
excited.
those. And for you to continue the series and for us to continue the series as well. With that, for people who are listening to this in the order in which it's released and not like hopping forward or backward, next week we're going to be reading the in Howling Dark, Obedience Through the Enigma of Hours, which is 12 more chapters, basically, but they're shorter than the last 12 chapters. So don't worry,
do
Josh.
it.
Yeah,
I'll get it. Yeah, I'll be there for sure.
There's some shorter ones, I promise.
Yeah,
It's a great book.
It's a great book. I love.
No,
because
then you're gonna give me a short one. I'm gonna be all mad and be like, I want to read more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cross likes to make you stop at a critical point, and then you're like, "Fuck."
I hadn't noticed.
Josh, I know where you've been. He tortured me through the whole Greenbone saga.
It was 6
man.
months. Yeah.
I didn't enjoy
I'm so
it.
excited. I'm so excited to read Greenbone.
Like, I just
on
want
my
to
own
keep
terms.
reading.
Yeah, exactly.
There were a couple times where Erin was like, "Can I just join the reader side?" And I was like,
I know.
Can
I'm
I
like, I work off momentum.
Yeah.
Stopping is tough.
It's tough,
in terms of
yeah,
reading.
For sure.
Yeah. So pick up Demon in White. Give it a go. Once you're done finishing your Dungeon Crawler Carl book 7.
Yes.
Read.
Book
Yeah,
7.
Also
finish that.
on my TBR, haven't done any Dungeon Crawler, so
Well, do what you're doing now because it's long.
yeah.
These books are fat, dude.
Yeah, they're
Bicep
huge.
curls with my books.
Dude.
Hey,
I talked to Erin off air for just a second about this, but the 7th book is a Stormlight book. Like it is, it is so long. It's a
Big
40-hour read if you're listening to it.
Listen.
But
I think the longest is still Wind and Truth that I've done because that was a 65-hour.
yeah, it's something ridiculous like
book.
that.
Yeah. I was like, I don't even know if it's a good book, but it was a lot.
I'm traumatized.
Yeah.
I'm like, I have
traumatized.
to have liked this because that was 70 hours.
Yeah, if you stuck with it.
At the very least, I liked it. I don't know if I
did
loved
like it. I did like
Yeah.
it a lot.
Nice.
That's it.
Sounds
Thanks.
like Dungeon Crawler can be a new Words and Whiskey.
So I have
Hey.
considered
Don't read it,
I have
Josh.
considered it, but I think that the way that I would want to do it is I would just do it a book at a time. I don't think that I would do it. It's not the type
It'd be
of
a
series.
long commitment.
It's not
I'll
only
do
that it
it.
would be a long commitment, but it's also a series that I think is just better binged. Like I think that
Yeah.
there's less to say on an individual section, maybe
Okay,
in
so
parts.
We
But
do
Yeah.
Dark Tower, where we do
Yeah.
it one book fully broken down, episode by episode.
Yeah.
And then we do one Dungeon Crawler Carl. And then we go to Dark Tower book 2, broken down episode by episode. And then we do one Dungeon Crawler
that would infuriate everyone.
No
which
one would
is
like
the
that.
best
It's
path.
perfect.
Yeah. That's
Piss
the way
everyone
we
off.
should
Why
do it.
not?
Yeah, why
Yeah.
not every other week chapters from different books? You know, that'll be great.
Oh my god! Yeah. Why not different segments of the like 2 books that we're talking about?
I love this
pre-drink,
idea.
post-drink.
Yeah.
So we talk about Dark Tower pre-cocktail section. We talk about Dungeon Crawler Carl post-cocktail section.
Well
It's
drunk.
broken
Perfect.
down chapter by
Ideal.
chapter.
Yeah.
Full book.
It's good for your ADHD friends.
Yeah, everyone will love that. Everyone will love
Yeah,
that.
we'll just get really deep into what's going on in this book, and then we'll drink a lot, and then we'll just talk about one
Endlessly.
Dungeon Crawler Carl book, a little
Crack
drunk,
it on.
and
It would be perfect. So, thank you for listening to this week's episode. You can find us on social media at Words and Whiskey Pod on Instagram, Blue Sky, and Threads. I don't know why I was talking like that. I just was.
He's doing voices now.
You can support us on patreon.com/Words and Whiskey.
Are you gonna be Volka? Do the
Volka? What? I can't just pull out my Eastern European right now.
No, no I'm like, I'll try, and it'll accidentally.
It'll be so
racist.
bad.
Like,
Yeah.
There's no way.
Ivana, one of our longest time fans, will be so offended if I even tried. Love you. If you'd like to reach out to us directly, feel free to shoot us an email, wordsandwhiskey@gmail.com.
Bye.
Thanks.
I hate you, Josh. You've got the review segment.
Oh,
This review
cut.
or I'll kill
I
you.
scrolled down to see it.
Cut.
I didn't
Yeah.
see it. Where is it? It's not in the notes, and I don't have it memorized.
Don't forget to rate and review us 5 stars only. If you don't give us 5 stars only, then we'll shoot you down with the ship laser, and we won't even cry about it.
We won't even
Think
Kyra about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Kyra about it. You guys should be dads. Jesus Christ.
I went to the very bottom. No, it's fine.
With that, dear listener, there are endings, and this is one. We'll talk to you later.
I did so
Bye.
good at the review section.